welcome back to yet again another video, and we is now at the ranking of the Omen franchise. There's 5 of these movies total, and if you follow the journey of me reviewing all these fucking movies, you know exactly how I feel. But this time around, I gotta give you a grade for 2 of these movies that I forgot to give the grade for, and then I'm gonna give you something a little bit different than I did not give in my review. However, I got a lot of positive response on the Omen franchise, so I really do appreciate that. And by the way, happy Halloween. So we have made it to October 31st, and next year I will be doing my 3rd October special here on YouTube. And with all that being said, let's dive into this ranking because things is about to get real salty and real spicy real quick. Kicking things off at number 5, the worst of the worst, it's gonna have to be the Omen from 2006. This movie grade is an F. I forgot to give this movie a grade, so there you go. Consider this an F. But the reason I don't like this movie is because the little boy in this film tried so hard to be so angry and so creepy, and it just came off to be just like so cringeworthy. He was mad all the fucking time. Not to mention that throughout the entire runtime of the movie, I say about 15-20 minutes in the movie, Julia Stiles actually thinks that her son was evil after one incident. That's not something that happened like really quick in movies. Like, and then not to mention the writing was bad because they just copied the original movie. The acting was good from Julia Stiles and Lee Tremble, but the movie it's just literally a copy and paste from the original film. So if I want to watch the original film, I would just put on the fucking original movie. But this shit from 2006 was Russian production. It came out June 6th on the 6th day in the 6th year, and it served no purpose to even be made. So I don't understand why they bother with that shit. So yeah, Omen 2006 at number 5. Fuck off. Down at number 4, we have The Omen 4, The Awakening. Oh my god. I don't know what else to say about this movie that I haven't already said before. This movie is so obvious that it's so bad it's not good. I said in my review, this movie makes Trolls 2 look like a fucking masterpiece. And Trolls 2 is considered a very bad movie, but I actually like Trolls 2. That's a video for another time. But The Awakening was just, it wasn't awakening. This shit was fucking terrible. The acting was so bad, despite the fact that it was made for TV. This movie looked so cheap. I mean, the jump scares is just so obvious. You have characters standing there, watching something about to hit them in the face. And then all of a sudden they make contact with their faces. You got a man get decapitated when he was only driving like 4 miles an hour. And then not to mention the little girl in the film was by far the worst actress I've ever seen. Everybody in this fucking movie was bad. If they would have just made this movie just to have fun, this would have probably been a good ass movie for me. I probably would have got some enjoyment out of the film. But the fact that they took this shit too serious, you lost me. Omen's grade is an F. So fuck this movie. Moving down to number 3 will have to be The Omen 3. Now, I like The Omen. I like the final conflict, Omen 3. I like it. But there are certain things about the movie that just kind of lower this movie for me. And namely, the one being killing babies. I didn't like that part. Just like I said in my review, said again, they didn't show it. That's fine. It's just the suggestion of it, knowing what they were doing, just the implied of it, would kind of trigger me a little bit. But I still like the film. My grade still stays the same, but there's certain things I gotta skip when it comes down to the movie. But like I said, the movie's still good. It's just killing the babies and stuff. Sam Neill's performance is by far the best performance I've ever seen him give, besides Jurassic Park and a couple of other films I saw him in. And just Sam Neill as trying to pull off this ultimate power of the entire world and stuff like that. You got people knowing who he is and people coming after him, and how Sam Neill is just always on point as Damien. However, the ending was just not the very best, because knowing that they were trying to build him up to be like the beast and the super antichrist of ever, and then they just killed him off like that, kind of throw me off. But like I said, the Omen, the final conflict, still a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but there's certain things about the movie that just kind of trigger me a little bit. So, Omen 3, right here, at number 3. To number 2. Now, this movie should have been my number 1, but I like number 1 better. And that is right here at number 2, you got The Omen from 1976. Now, on paper and watching it, this movie should have been number 1. But I like the other movie better. But don't get me wrong, I love this movie too. This movie is still straight up A+. I can watch this film all the time and always have that sense of dread. Especially when it comes down to Mrs. Baylock, have no fear, little one, I'm here to protect thee. That line stays in my head no matter what. I always remember that line. And not to mention Gregory Peck in this movie. And then you got Lee Remick. I mean, everybody in this movie just weighs this movie up to be just one of the greatest horror films ever made. Not to mention the fact that the little boy in the film wasn't like the little fucker from 2006. He wasn't trying so hard to be evil. He was actually innocent. But he always had that innocent look on his face. But you knew it could have been something evil behind his eyes. Just like with Mrs. Baylock. That is why this film is one of my all-time favorites. So yeah, Omen 1976 right here at number 2. Down to lucky number 1, we have The Omen 2, 1978. Now, this is my favorite out of all of them. And the reason why it's my favorite out of all of them, because for one, Damien is a preteen. And in this film, there is still some good things about this film that I like. Even though when Damien found out who he was, all of a sudden he runs outside and say, why me? And then all of a sudden they just cut to it, and then Damien just say, fuck it. He's full on evil. I wish they would have done something with that. But the reason I like this film even more is because you finally get to see Damien doing something rather than him being little, about 5 years old, just providing the look. But in this film, this film didn't really piss me off by any means. Like in part 3, how I said that they were killing off the baby. Just the implied violence of it is what kind of triggered me a little bit. But in this film, it's very subtle. Yeah, it does feel similar to the first movie from 1976, but it still has its own unique flavor. It has some damn good kills, some very pace type of kills. My favorite kill would have to be the waist decapitation. When like the pale, I think that's a pale suit. No, that's a pale suit. Or like a belt from the elevator came down and just chopped the dude waist in half. Then not to mention that when Damien was quizzing when that teacher caught himself trying to quiz Damien. I mean, this whole movie, stunning. From 1978, this movie looks like fucking gold today. It would stand up among all these whack-ass movies made today. So, that's going to pretty much wrap up today's Pacific ranking video. If you've seen all these Omen movies, drop your ranking in the comments down below. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, all my social media links will be linked in the description down below. And then, once again, happy Halloween, and I see you in my next video, but hopefully we see you in October next year. To wrap all that up, make sure you subscribe to the channel. When I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first one to get it. Next video.